It's home, but it's not what we thought. The big cities never made it, and the ones that did, well, they just aren't safe anymore. Settlements were good for a time, until the raiders show up, and nobody came to help. We found the Goldilocks town, not too big, not too small, but if it's safe, then why is it empty? Well, it's home, but it's not what we thought.
And we're back. Hello, that was Jen with the voice there. I think I don't know if you've heard, Cass, the trailer. I basically just plagiarized. I can't say plagiarized. I basically ripped from Fallout 4's opening animation. Yeah, you can't say plagiarized like when you're on record. I just meant it in like a cutesy way.
Did already.
I'm not,
legal team was like, no.
You've already admitted your guilt. I'm not associated with you in any form.
We took deep inspiration from. Did we lose Ian again?
Did we lose Ian?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah.
Oh no! I think we lost our GM. We lost our, he's just gone.
He'll come back in a second. Let's start with the intros and then we'll give him time to come back.
Yeah. So you're volunteering, go ahead.
Sure, why not? Hi, I'm Celeste. I was in a car accident today. I lived, bitch. I'm fine.
You do.
Everything's okay. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't physically okay. I'm playing Dr. Hyde, the ghoul biochemist with a problem with what's the name of the chemical? Jet, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna see how things pan out for him today because he's not happy. I mean, when is he? When are any of my characters ever happy, though? Let's be real.
Look, Ian's back. He's moving.
You're back.
Yay, we got him.
But we can't hear you. We can't hear you.
I muted in case it didn't reconnect. First GM tip of the night, guys. When you connect to your internet, check the box that says automatically reconnect. So that way when there's a little blip, yeah, it's sort of like when you get you hit a speed bump and your car is just like pops all the tires off. Just like, nope. That's it. Everything was just like anyway, I'm gonna blame me joking about the TOS bot. Twitch is owned by Amazon. I don't know. They tracked me down. Something saddle QAnon conspiracy, and so, I just lost my internet. But
it's a warning
That's
shot.
What the Jeff Bezos rocket was really about.
yeah. That was the polite one. That was just the we know. Like weird. Who put your IP address in chat? That's interesting. Must be a weird glitch. Be good now. But before we get into the sponsors for tonight, and more importantly, the juicy, horrific final twists. Just kidding, I didn't say horrific. Let's reintroduce our cast. Starting first
Celeste
with
already went.
Jen. Celeste went. Okay.
I already went and vamped while you were gone. It's fine.
Yeah, it was
okay,
fantastic. Good. My intro is not going to be nearly as cool. But hi, I'm Jen. I play Abby, the current mayor and super mutant waifu. Super happy to be here. I've been I guess in a coma, and I need to get woken right back up then, because there's governmenting to do, and I'm tired of taking a nap.
Yes. 100%. Who's next? I'm gonna hit a button. Val.
Hey everyone, I am Valdrianth or Rosy Rain. Spotlight my face. on the internet. Today I bring to you, what's my girl's name? Snipes, which is not her real name. Maybe we'll find it out today.
Oh.
We'll see. Oh, that's gross. My own hair. And she's she wasn't here. I wasn't here last 2 weeks ago. So, but she's been watching over her super mutant BFF because, you know, touch her mayor. She was
gals being pals.
In a democratic fashion, and that shit's important to us Canadians. So, that's me.
Yeah. I feel. Let's see. Is this the right button? Sure is. Slowpool.
Hello. I'm Slowpool. I am playing John Alexander Macdonald the fourth. I can count.
Fifth.
Also probably not his real name, but it's the name he likes. And he is here to basically begrudgingly help out whenever possible, usually after the choring's done. And he is a radical Canadian separatist who is here to try and liberate Canadian peoples from the oppression of American annexation.
I imagine that mission is going fantastic.
Doing great. Yeah, absolutely.
One more time for my own sake, because I'm getting misty-eyed at this conclusion.
All right, yeah. Hi, I'm Celeste. I play Dr. Hyde, who ghoul biochemist, problem with Jet, heartbroken that James is probably an asshole.
Yep. That'll do it. And last, certainly not least, to carry our fantastic plot twists, guest PC NPC.
It's me. Hello, everyone. I was in a one-shot too long ago. I'm glad to be back here. My real name is Bryant. I like it. That's Bryant. I currently don't have anything to show off, but who knows, maybe one day. I love all things nerdy, and maybe something will come of it in the future. Today I'll be playing Little Red, that's not her real name, of course. I'm also playing into that mystery, and we'll see how events unfold. I am currently coming out of my vault, according to my overseer, James, I am in the search for a Dr. Hyde to try to find what the saving or the ability to save my vault, which is currently struggling, all of it full with younglings like myself. So we'll see what the wasteland has in store. I'm excited. I'm scared. Let's go.
Interesting. Yeah, except that would be the rumor that's spreading across town as of late. Before we get into that or how our Dr. Hyde would react, first I want to just briefly go over our sponsors for tonight. We're
Apparently, sponsors are too
plug
powerful.
Sponsors.
Yeah.
Let's plug sponsors then. We got Modifius, who created this wonderful game. We got Evil Hat Productions. I can't remember what they did. I'm sorry, I'm not well versed in this. Tin Star Games. Helmgast, I know they made Cult Divinity Lost. That's one I know. And then Adam Lawson. Yeah, we have amazing sponsors. I'm really sorry that I don't know as much about them as Ian does, but they are really great. And then they're the reason that we can do this wonderful stuff.
Also, please go on Twitter. We have the retweet Twitter bonuses. So, you know, if you have a Twitter account and you want to help us out at 20 retweets, we get a boon. At 30, it's a bane for the GM to taunt us with. And also the link to Modifius, this system here is on that page. So please check it out if you want to, if you are stoked about the system and want to find out more. See, we're just picking up the slack for you, man.
Yeah. No, I was visited by an older bald gentleman. He said he was in space. None of it makes sense, but I was told to be nicer on Twitch, so took it to heart. He sounded wealthy. Yeah, no, yeah. Plot twist: Jeff Bezos is the pale stranger. I gotta
heck.
stop. I gotta stop.
Whew.
Yeah. Now, while I talk about sponsors, I don't know what I missed. My internet ate cut again. I don't know if there's a storm. I suppose we're gonna find out. But yeah. So I guess we start with. I wonder where people would be now. You've been waiting to find the best approach for seeking out James. Yet, quickly spreading, I mean, truly like wildfire, the rumor that somebody has arrived, supposedly from a vault, and name dropped. Her overseer was it was a man with the same name, James. No last name, but it's quite a coincidence. She's at the Palms, right on the outskirts of town. Abby's not awake yet. Snipes, I imagine you're still watching over her. Dr. Hyde, you'll hear of this news first. You'll be one of the first. I imagine you're in your lab right now. How do you take it?
Have I heard that she's specifically looking for me yet?
No, you haven't.
Okay.
But she knows James.
If she knows James, then I'm looking for her. Because I have questions that maybe somebody else can answer. Maybe her.
Okay. And John, it seems like the party was all kind of waiting for the best plan in order to approach James without really losing this fight, without him getting away, and without him like hurting anybody. Would you be doing anything in preparation other than working the stand and waiting for your sister to be done watching over Abby?
Not really. I mean, all John really needs preparation for a fight is maybe a couple of peppers and some whiskey, and he's good to go. I mean, until then, it's just waiting for the call.
Yeah. We'll start with you, Dr. Hyde. You arrive at the Palms, little restaurant on the corner there in the ruined historic city. This town was 200 years old before the war, so you add another 100 or so years on top of that, and suddenly it's old on old, yet this building has been restored as many times as it needed to, before and after the bombs dropped. As a result, you have a nice glass windows, of course, were boarded up. The glass door was replaced with the swinging doors, making you feel like a cowboy with that hat. But when you enter, what do? You look for Gwen?
Yeah, Gwen would know where our guest is.
Yeah. She's pouring someone the stout. New face. I mean, people are coming in all the time. She looks at you. She knows exactly why you'd be here right now. But, what do you say to her?
Is this her or?
Gwen points to a little booth in the corner.
Thanks.
Way across the bar. Wait. Come here.
Wait. Okay.
She'll crank up the radio and change the station. To drown out the sound a bit, she's danger, Dr. Hyde.
How do you
Gwen
mean?
says. Well, she mentioned you by name.
Right? And?
Are we sure the people of Lexington trust you? Your implications with James? Paints a bad picture, you think?
No, I don't think they trust me. And I think if it comes down to it, and they're not trusting me gets in the way of Abby doing what she needs to do, of John and Snipes doing what they need to do, then I think after I get my answers, it might be time for me to get out of the way.
You gonna kill him?
What? No, I meant leave. I meant if me being here is getting in the way of them living their lives, then I'll leave and I'll make my way somewhere else.
All right.
I'm sure Lexington won't drown with one less cool biochemist.
No, but... Okay. Look, I'll tell you right now. People won't give me credit. I've been holding down the fort quite a lot from the outskirts, outside the colonnade. Throw me a bone here. You need... There's a lot going on. Little Red. She calls herself. Don't look. She connects everything, and... You want to be ready by the time you find out what's going on. Bring John. It could get messy. You do notice around people seem pretty alarmed around the bar, suspicious, like they're here waiting to find out what happens between you and this young lady sitting alone in the corner booth. What do you do?
She said bring John, but I'm already here. She's right over there. And I don't want to walk away from this chance. Especially this chance to have a one-on-one. So I'm gonna slide Gwen a couple of caps, and I'm gonna go sit down.
Slide into that corner booth. Funny to note, the worn wallpaper, it's been absolutely caked by the sun, but where the sunlight would never reach it from a day-night, summer-winter cycle, you see, strangely enough, the wallpaper resembles little drawings of monkeys, repeated all up and down. Weird place. Takes you out of it a little bit, but you're back. Describe what Little Red looks like for me.
Little Red is between 15, 16 years old. She's not very tall, maybe 5'1". She has red hair and wears a long sleeve sweater underneath what clearly is a vault dweller's suit. She's currently just admiring the monkeys and adding some of her own.
So you're Little Red, supposedly.
Whoa. Oh, hey, you shouldn't sneak up on people like that.
Didn't do it on purpose. Sorry.
It's okay. You seem friendly. Come to think of it, a lot of people have been really friendly to me since, well, that's not important.
Right.
What brings you here? Do you want to be friends?
I was told you were asking for me.
You're Dr. Hyde!
I am, in fact, Dr. Hyde.
That's good, that's good! I've been looking for you for such a, well, not really that long, but to me it felt like forever.
And why were you looking for me?
She thinks for a moment. Well, you can tell that she's thinking very carefully about what she's about to say. She looks seriously for the first time at you. Says, well, I need your help. We need your help. James asked me to look for you, and so I did. And to be honest, I just really lucked out.
James.
Yeah, do you know him?
We're talking about the same James here. He's kind of walks with a limp, balding, older man.
Yeah, you do know him. Are you close friends? I hope you're good friends.
Hyde looks incredibly melancholy at that, and it takes a minute to school a little bit back away. We know each other. It's weird to me that he'd ask you to look for me. He knows where I am. He knows I'm in Lexington. We don't really know where he is. Well, we have an idea, but...
What do you mean? He's home. He's always there. He's very nice. He feeds us. He takes care of us. If you want to see James, well, maybe this will clear things up. And she pulls out a holotape. Gives it to you.
I take
It's
it
from James.
and... I kind of turn it over in my hands a couple of times. Do I have a pit boy to play this in?
Yeah, they'd have something to play it in. Yeah, you know the radio on the bar. The radio on the bar. It could play a holotape, but you won't have a big boy. You have it back up it in your lab if you're trying to keep it secret.
Yeah, I don't want to play it that publicly. And he keeps turning it over in his hands.
With a large Pip Boy on it. You should really play it.
I should. I don't really have the means to right this second.
Huh. Well, that's a toughie. Brandishes the Pip Boy at you, but unbeknownst to her.
Okay. I'm gonna slide it back in your direction. Maybe you could give me a hand here. No, I mean, could you give me a hand, maybe? And I point at the Pip Boy.
Oh, Oh yeah, I could do that. That's right. Sure. Do you want me to play it right now? I could do it.
Can you keep the volume low?
Sure. That I know how to do that. She looks at her Pip-Boy, a little confused, inspects it for a moment before finally finding the slot, and first does a test by cranking up the volume, then bringing it down once she figures it out. I think that's it.
Okay.
Plays it.
Settlement. Well, it doesn't matter. You found Little Red. Congratulations. There's more where she came from. I have a mission. It's important. Either you understand by now or you don't. Dr. Hyde. I don't trust Little Red not to tell you where it is. You probably know by now. If you go to the rock bridge, just know it's perilous. It's protected. And there's people I care about here I'd happily die for. I wanted Lexington, but we'd do without it. Or maybe we'd outlive you. I don't care. Don't visit. Or maybe do. No. No, you should see this. The work you've done, it's not for nothing. You know where to find me. James out. The holotape ends. It's clear he's referring to Natural Bridge, just south of Lexington. Not far, with a car. You happen to have a tow truck. Hyde, what do you do?
You can keep it. Hands it to you.
He takes it back and he turns it over in his hands a few more times. He said, I need to see it. I guess let's go get my team. And we'll see what it is he's trying to show me.
So you're coming? That's great. That's good. I did it. And she jumps.
Yeah, kid. You did it. Come on, let's go, let me go introduce you to some of my friends.
All right. Sure. She takes one last look at the monkeys and follows you.
First things first, you know, John would be cleaning up his cart right now, packing things away. He's still working that produce stand right on the edge of town, past the outskirts. Actually, it's further away from city proper than here. You sort of ride along a portion of the city that's just been wiped out. It's really just a massive crater along the ring till you get to that fork in the road where you first parked what seems like forever ago. John, I think you'd be packing away all sorts of produce right now. What have you been vendoring lately?
Oh, you know, just the usual. He's got the potatoes, corn, carrots. Got some fruit coming along. Of course, the melon harvest is really good. And he's working on a new type of razor grain, but it's not quite ready yet.
Working with Blueberry Bobby, no doubt.
Of course.
Yeah. Dr. Hyde, Little Red, you walk around town to get here, and you find, John's alone. Snipes isn't here. Just him, an oversized truck, just a tow truck, plywood bed, and produce. Listening to the radio, inspecting his grain. Go ahead, Dr. Hyde.
John.
Hyde, how are you now?
Well, I got a messenger.
Hi.
She gave me a message, and I know where James is.
Well, let's get to it then. Pitter patter.
I thought you'd say that. Is Abby up yet?
Don't rightly know. I know Snipes is over there looking after them, so guess we gotta head back that way.
Yeah. Let's go see if she's up. I'm sure she won't want to miss this.
Who's your friend there?
Hello.
The messenger. Calls herself Little Red.
That's right, that's me.
Alrighty. Well then, we should get a move on.
I like your potatoes there. Can I have one? Just one, please. Just one.
Alright, fine. They've been coming in well.
Yay! Takes one.
You notice there's a building that's been made into a sort of shop. You can see all sorts of kind of looks like farming equipment, but really just a lot of merchant stock. Something of a cash register back there, and then fuel containers, what you'd recognize as Mr. Handy. You remember a Mr. Handy, where you grew up, Little Red.
I have one of those back home.
Scurrying around not far from you.
Are you friends?
That's that's my pal Bobby. Bobby's been invaluable with his help here, especially in raising all these new varietals that we're working on.
Hi, Bobby. It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you friends with James too?
Robot slowly turns, but looks really busy. Each hand moving to things. You can tell there's a lot of propagation going on. Maybe some experimental hydroponics of some sort. Really just a hand in every pot here as he's attempting to carry one of judicious plans here. More on that later, really. But before he has a chance to speak, the radio blaring on the counter between you two, this building, cuts immediately. Okay, a lot of weird news in the wasteland. This is Wayne, no, Wade. This is Wade. Name's not Wayne. The mayor's up. So I've heard. People, keeping an eye on things. I don't know. Maybe I should have said that. People are a little antsy lately. So here's some more old music. And then it just cuts back. We're gonna cut away to that revelation. Abby, you're probably tougher than you realize because you're not that aware of your nature in a lot of ways. But I'll tell you, the most excruciating pain you've ever experienced is your body coming to terms with what the last unknown amount of time was. You were unconscious. You awaken, confused about where you are. The first thing you see, flickering hot fluorescent lights above your head. You're in a laboratory of some sort, or the afterlife. It's all bright. You really can't see. A splitting headache and the sound of maybe someone reading.
So
Bilbo wondered what the dwarves were. Oh my God, Abby, you're awake!
I imagine Abby probably connecting laboratory and bright lights, being a super mutant, would probably have a whole moment of freaking out because, oh God, I've been captured and I'm going to be experimented on again. Yeah, so I imagine at this point she's just like ripping out whatever tubes and like smashing the bed, just like, you won't catch me!
Abby, it's okay. Abby, it's fine. It's fine. You're just in the hospital. You're okay. Abby, I promise you.
Oh gosh. Well, hang on a second, boy. How's Frodo gonna get out of that pickle with that there dragon?
You mean Bilbo? Frodo is his nephew that's in the Lord of the Rings.
Alright, I always get them mixed up.
You've been out for a long time.
Here's the thing. We're starting over again. We're on page 229 of The Hobbit. This is the second round because we also did the entire Lord of the Rings trilogy, and we're just back. So you have been out. I have read this out loud to you this entire time, hoping that hope would bring you back to us.
Oh God.
And it did. It works. Look. Frank Tolkien works. I knew he was a god.
Abby, something pounces on your chest before you really have time to react. I don't know if you're a very jumpy person, but you see a dog you haven't seen in a long time.
She's such a good girl.
Basically, attacking you.
She just lets out the most, like, ridiculous squee for a, 7-foot tall, made of muscle and meat super mutant, as she's just like, oh my God, girl, I thought so everything had happened to you. I didn't know what happened after those raiders came, and we had to have a conversation that involved dismemberment. Oh, girl, how are you? Welcome, kisses. This is the best way to wake up! Wait, so hang on a second. Oh gosh, you're not in my face! Oh! How long have I been out?
Through The Hobbit and the entire trilogy of The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but I don't know how fast a reader you are. I read real slow, so like,
I'm pretty average at it. I only have like an 8th grade education.
I don't really know what that means, but I assume that's real smart.
Yeah, or like where I was from, they didn't like past 8th, like a certain like reading and arithmetic level. They're like, you don't need education anymore, child. Work on the farm. And then I was like, cool, I'm gonna leave.
I mean,
learn
that's
how to
fair.
drive.
Oh yeah, you're a very good driver.
Yeah, horses
that
and
sounds
buggies
like
aren't cutting it anymore. Yeah. But we found this is your dog? Like, this is your dog?
Yeah, this is Rocket. She is the best girl that I have ever seen. Oh, yes, you are.
She is a wonderful dog. I just didn't realize she was yours.
Oh gosh, yeah.
I thought it was a dog.
I found her when I first got out of the vault in Baltimore, and she was the only one who didn't really run away from me after what I look like now. So yeah,
Y'all have matching hats. It's great.
Oh yeah,
Just
I had
your
I had
fire
to
outfit.
adapt hers
Here,
a bit.
and I'm gonna hand you a Nuka-Cola to drink.
Ah,
There's
thanks.
You're welcome.
It's no PBR, but I'll take what I can get.
We're running low on that. I heard that we're actually working on a new grain for whiskey, but I haven't really been out shoring because I've been here looking out for you.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was nasty.
You're
Yeah.
a real buddy, Snipes. You know that? Like, oh boy.
I know.
Oh
I'm
jeez.
great.
Gosh, I'm gonna start leaking from my eyeballs in any second now. I'm just
Oh no!
I'm so
please,
overcome with
it's okay.
emotions.
You don't. It's okay.
I
know you
I
have
don't
a
even
lot
know
of
if
emotional emotions right now, but it's okay. Like we're just happy that you're
gosh.
here because I wouldn't. Yeah, no, we're not. We need a mayor. And
Yeah.
he left
Oh
the day
gosh,
you
I
were
left all of
elected.
you in oh boy, I feel so terrible for sleeping on the job like that. Like, is the
okay.
is
Well, it
the
wasn't your
orange
fault.
lady.
Oh hey, look,
Hyde!
stop! Look,
Yeah!
Abby's awake. She kind of broke
Hi.
everything in the room, pulling stuff out
Wait,
because
Well,
she
It's
thought
not
that
a big
people were
deal.
doing experiments.
yeah, it's it's a bit of a sobering moment to wake up in some sort of science lab when you were a science project at one point. Bit traumatic.
I can
there,
only
no
know.
Oof.
I can only
You know,
imagine.
there's a stranger here now.
Ah,
Who's the child?
who's that there baby you got tagging along with you?
Hi.
Oh
I'm
gosh,
Red.
the baby can talk!
It's
Yeah.
an
That's a
adolescent.
smart
It's not a
baby,
baby.
just like that radio kid.
I'm 15, I'll have you know.
Ooh.
What,
I
you're
bet
so
You are
everything
tall, though.
now.
You're
Well,
so small.
well, hey, James brings enough food for us to grow, okay?
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, you heard her right. You heard her right, James. I know where James is.
Is he gone missing?
Yeah, has James gone missing? I've been in this room too. I don't.
It's a long story.
Okay.
But we need to go find him and we need to have a talk.
Whoa. Are you telling me that James stole our food and brought it to the vault? Is that what happened?
No, actually,
Okay.
no.
I was gonna kick his ass if that was the case.
Yeah,
It's complicated.
I was gonna reduce his amount of arms.
No, that's still
That's
fair
good
game.
Marin.
James is on for a Tilly, for sure. Definitely about to start a Donnybrook with him.
Okay. Well, let's go have a conversation with wherever James is at to figure out.
Starting to feel like-
Whoa. Wonder if he was
so-
connected to the sniper.
We are gonna
let's
have a
this-
talk.
I'm gonna
On the
look
drive.
at. I'm gonna look at the child. I want to look at this child and be like, "Hey, kid, y'all are y'all missing
Yeah?
a gunman? Cool, we murdered him.
What?
He tried to murder us first. It's fine. It was a mutual. It was kerfuffle.
Yeah,
Murder?
he was a real rude
You
dude
mean-
too.
It
You
was
mean like
self-defense.
kill? Like dead kill?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
there's
I
no-
lied to
realsies?
them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he's like a big smoosh on the ground now. I got a bit too excited.
That.
That's
That
what you
makes
get
it a
for
lot
shooting
harder
at my
to do
truck.
what James said. Huh? Shooting at your truck? I didn't shoot your truck.
No, but he did.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
Now my truck is gone, like forever. I don't have it anymore. I had to
Also,
replace it with
who's
a tow
giving
truck,
a baby
and
a
it's not
gun?
as
That's
cool
a
as
terrible idea.
I'm a good
I
shooter.
think that's a great idea.
Although
I think all babies should have guns. To be honest with you.
I don't know.
Everyone
Like,
gets
they
guns.
don't really got none of that, that their depth perception, and I've been told that's what you need to shoot a gun. Right?
There's a lot of adults that don't have depth perception either. I have terrible depth perception, but that doesn't stop me from driving.
But
Okay, I think
Abby's
this is a
just, like,
conversation that we
looking
can
at
have
the
on the
doctor.
road.
okay. So long as I'm
Can we
not,
all fit in the tow truck?
Yeah, it's got a nice big bed. Nice
Okay.
big bed.
Well, yep, y'all can all hang out in my tow truck now because I took it and it's mine.
So this is a
So-
truck. Okay.
This is
Hey, John, you
a
got
truck
any
made
of
of
that,
toes.
like,
Yes.
that moonshine that's basically like paint thinner that's disguised as alcohol? Because I could use a real good painkiller. But I don't think, like, the stuff Yumi's take's gonna cut it.
Do you think you need some
Well-
coffee first, or like?
You can give this a
Everything
try.
hurts.
It's a new product we've been working on, Blueberry Bobby and me.
What's the
It
blueberry
is one of the
bobby?
finest. It is one of the second finest of Canadian inventions, also known as rye whiskey.
Whoa. Hang on a second. That's a Canadian invention? I thought that was the Tennessee folks. Or Kentucky? I don't remember.
Nah, that's bourbon.
A common misconception, seen as most whiskeys are grown using either corn or barley. However, rye whiskey is using the rye grain, which is majorly found in Canada. Hence the name of rye whiskey.
Okay there. Yeah, hit me up with a few fingers of that. Make it a fist.
He just passes Abby the whole bottle, because we don't do portion control here.
Yeah.
Yeah, give Abby a
Abby's
good
probably...
fist.
Abby's probably just gonna, like, drink the whole bottle.
Oof.
I don't know if you need me to make a fortitude roll.
No. I think we're good. No, you should be good. We'll get that pumping through your veins. I want to ask.
Does the booze help knock out the pain that from whatever happened?
It'll help erase it. One way or
Excellent.
another, to Abby, there's less pain, so that's
Yeah.
good.
Excellent.
Yeah, exactly.
Ah, gosh, that sure did hit the spot. Thanks, buddy.
Dr. Hyde, and Snipes, I'm both probably pretty concerned with Little Red's appearance. What does this mean? What's going through your mind? Any questions to ask on the way to this natural bridge?
Like her appearance, other than being short?
Well, she's got a pit boy.
Okay.
Otherwise seems, judging by, like, a vault dweller, you can tell by complexion. There's usually a lot of
Yeah.
sunburns, or signs of, like, long-term wasteland illnesses. None of that. She looks like a vault dweller in a lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
But James doesn't.
Okay.
So, Red,
Yeah.
James sent you to find me?
Sure did. You heard the tape. I heard it too. But he did
Hey,
say
Right.
specifically look for Dr. Hyde, and that I'd find you in Lexington, and I did.
It's just, the tape was a little bit vague. Did he give you any details about what he needed me for?
He said you could save us.
Save you from what?
He told me to get you there. That only then you'd realize what it means. But he knew you'd come. And he sent me.
That is so cryptic.
He said I was the best for the job, and I trusted him. He's been good to us this whole time. We could see out the windows that there was a world beyond, even though James always said that the world had ended. But he also says to be hopeful and to be better. And I like that. So I said yes,
When you
and I'm
say,
here.
When you say all this time, how long have you known James?
Well, all my life, as far as I can remember. I know him, Tripp knows him, Julian, Thomas, Dulce, Elizabeth. We all know him. He takes care of us.
And he hasn't been gone for the past handful of months? Somewhere on some other project? He's been there with you the entire time?
He leaves. That's how he gets our food. But, well, sometimes it takes a while. Although he tells us not to worry and to just read the books that we have in the vault.
Why is
Cute
James
dog,
such a
by the
good
way.
motherfucker? Like, why is... He's a good girl. Why is... Like... I'm just looking at Dr. Hyde. Like, I don't get it. He's just... There's all these mysteries surrounding this dude since we've met him. We should have just popped him a good one when we met him. Because he hasn't done anything for us except showed us the town of Lexington, and we're like, oh, great, a town that we can build. Like, he hasn't done anything to it except be cryptic and weird. So, like, what's...
Yeah, he just seems like, you know, remember those, like, holotapes where they have, like, some, you know, spooky, mysterious guy, and he's got, like, this, like, big evil plan where, like, he, like, lures a bunch of people into some sort of scheme, and then just piece by piece, like, there's, like, this big trap that slowly unfolds, and, like, you know, again, I wanted to think the best of him because it's not every day I'm given a super great piece of property that's rent controlled, and by rent controlled I mean free, with a fence and everything. But you know, I'm a little suspicious that he was very rude, and also I don't think he respects his mother entirely, and that's just not okay.
That doesn't sound like James at all. He tells us there's good in everyone, and he always tells us to be respectful. There's no way. He's not evil.
Does your
He's good.
James
I
have a
know
last
this.
name? Because it might be another one. Who knows? Like maybe James has a brother that's also named James?
You know,
Or a
respectful is
son.
not exactly
Maybe.
on the list of things I would call him.
Maybe one's is a James Jr.
Oh God.
Yeah,
What the
you
hell?
Oh,
know,
yeah, call himself
maybe-
James.
maybe our James is the second James, and his mother was very
What?
confusing in naming both of her sons James, and that's why he doesn't respect her.
Not my
Oh
James.
man, what if they're Mennonites? And that's why. Are you a Mennonite? Are you in Rumspringer?
What?
Never mind.
Nah,
You do
sis, they're
look
from the
like-
vaults. You know the whole prepare for the future nonsense that the American.
gosh.
You've seen those.
Mm.
You know those billboards we kept
Ugh.
passing by on the way down here? All the Vault Tech stuff where they're like, prepare for the future and all that stuff.
What if James has a doppelganger?
A doppel, who
So-
now?
Well, someone's trying to spend a luck point. We might be able to reveal a little piece of information here.
Oh yeah, I'll do it. Go ahead.
You
Take my
know.
luck point.
You know. Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, a clue, because this was something that was mentioned, but just sort of glossed over. To think about it, you just remembered something Little Red said about windows. Windows wait, sorry, an underground vault with windows in it? You're telling me there's an underground vault with windows? That doesn't add up. That's my take
hang
on
on a
it.
second.
And that's something you just...
Wait, so Red, which is your
Yeah.
vault on top of the ground or underneath the ground?
Well, when I came out, it was to the surface.
Right. So what did your windows look out to?
Well, the most beautiful places ever. Although it made me a lot more surprised when I came out. It was observing, it was open to a rock bridge.
So
I always imagined
so
that.
It's a TV. She's talking about a TV. She has a television.
Hang on. Where's Little Red sitting? Like,
Probably in the back.
Center console
With the
in
dog.
back.
so are you in the? Cause it's a. So are you in the back seat or in the flatbed part with Abby?
The flatbed part.
Okay.
Outside.
So,
pick up, right?
Abby would kind of just start like, would sort of grab your arm and just sort of start like looking you over, like, hang on a second, cause I was in a vault and then I came out looking like this. So how did they fuck you up? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to use some inappropriate language. I gets real angry when it comes to all that things that was done to me.
That's okay. James told us that our virtues would be tested, that we must be good at all times to be better, to make the wasteland, the open land, a better place. So don't worry about it. I can take it. I'm 15.
Red, are you in a cult?
Not a little girl. A cult?
You in a
She's
cult?
so smooth.
Cult.
It's very
It sounds
strange.
like a cult.
I mean, define a cult.
I don't think she's in a
Everyone's
cult,
living
and I
in
think
it
if she
like
was in a cult, she wouldn't know it's a cult. Because normally they
I was
refer
in
to
a
it as
cult and I
something
know
else,
it's a
like
cult.
some kind of,
Okay, like I'm from a cult and I know it was a cult.
Gosh,
Yeah,
now I
you know
feel a bit
now
left
because
out.
you're
I've
on the
never been in
outside
a
and
cult.
you've kicked your
Just because
indoctrination.
we're
No,
all
I knew it was a
children
cult when I was
doesn't
in
mean
there.
we're a cult.
Hang on a second.
Wait, are you all
You're all
children?
babies?
Wait. Is everyone in the vault made of children?
Well,
I
we're
mean,
adolescents.
Did you say made
Some of us, I
children?
guess, are a little more childish.
Well, wait.
So-
What is like other than James? How many people are over the age of 18 in your vault?
No one. Not really.
Oh.
Maybe soon.
What
Yeah.
happens to those
Maybe Elizabeth
or
soon.
what
Is this-
happens to like do you
clones?
just stop? So you're
Where
You're
are the adults? I'm sorry.
yeah, you're
James is an
15.
adult.
What happens
you're-
when
Other
you're
adults.
18 in where you live?
Well, this sweater, and she shows it to you, and she reveals some of the vault suits underneath. It was, I believe it's from my parents.
Where did they go?
I have this really vague memory. Well,
Okay.
I don't know. This is the only thing I have from them.
Like I don't expect you to remember coming out of a vagina, but like you've got to have like not your parents, but what about other parents? Like what's the youngest age in your vault?
I whispered to Dr. Hyde, she said vagina.
Yeah, she did.
You lucky.
She's
you
a
look
little
at
bit-
it,
Snipes, I want you to make a.
Is that allowed?
Go ahead.
I want you to make a piloting check as you train your eyes back.
Yeah,
I'm
alright,
assuming
here
you're
we
driving.
go.
That's probably the safest
Yeah,
assumption
I
I've
am
made
definitely
the entire
the driver. Number of
show.
dice, 2.
Okay. Yep, difficulty would be 2.
Uh-huh. Did they change the...
They did change how it's
They sure did.
not nearly as obvious anymore.
I like this.
So, what?
I think
Is that
those
a
are both
pass?
successes.
Yes, 2 successes. Yep, 1 success and
Okay.
1 success.
Oh, I get it. I
You
get
dodge
Oh
it.
yeah, I see it. I
I
see.
have to read it now.
A mole rat
Oh.
shrieks
Ah,
One-
hey.
in the middle of the road. You manage to just dodge right out of the way, spinning that thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably painted
Dodging
and
mole rats.
rebranded.
Dinner.
Dodging mole rats is a no-brainer for me. Like, it's like, fucking
Yeah,
rat.
well, no, that's perfect because you do notice up ahead there's about 6 or 7 more popping up on this highway. Sniffing, seeking,
I'm gonna stop.
sneaking
I'm
you
gonna
out here.
stop- Yeah, I'm gonna stop the truck. Because I'm expecting people who have guns to just shoot the mole rats that are ahead. Alright. Pitter patter, guys. Mole rats.
Ah,
Mm.
good.
I'm not ruining the truck.
Oh, they're so ugly. It almost just don't wanna.
Yeah, but whatever.
I
I don't want to ruin. Like, this is my second truck. I'm not.
Abby's already out with the bat, ready to do some pain train.
All right, let's get initiative.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, interesting. Hyde, I think you're 12 for initiative.
13. 13.
13. All right. What about you, John?
I believe I'm 10. Let me just check here.
Excuse me.
Where's the button?
All right.
Yes, 10.
All right. Let's see. Little Red, what do you have for initiative?
12.
12? Got
Yeah.
it. I think. Yep. And Abby at 10. What about Snipes?
Snipes is a 12.
All right, Hyde. You go first. There's a bunch of mole rats here. Hopping on up. You could try to maybe figure out why, or we can just start a blasting.
You know,
What do you think? What's the
I
play?
think I'm gonna try and figure out where the heck they're coming from and why. Because this is weird. This doesn't seem like an
Okay.
ambush, at least not to me.
Yeah. Yep. We can spend a luck point.
Can I spend
Just trying
mine?
to put
I have
together
10 of
some
them.
clues.
Can I help?
Yes. Little Red, you can. And I'll message you.
Okay.
Cool.
But, yeah. Dr. Hyde, you have information that Little Red doesn't about this. If you wanted to,
Okay.
you still can. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the thing.
All right. If these mole rats did not arrive when they did, you would not realize how contrived this coincidence is. One of the things James worked on, among many things, was pheromones and proteins found in mole rats. Their sense of smell is one of the many ways they navigate. It could be connected to him. If this is something he's working on, it might be a defense of his. or you might just be letting, your anger get to you here a little bit. But it's a little weird to see this many mole rats all surfacing just to block the path. That makes you think, right? What do you do?
Yeah, I'm guns out. I'm firing on one. See if I can.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. Show me what you've got. 2 successes. That'll hit.
Yes.
Let's do some damage. How much damage dice is that for you?
4.
Okay. First one popped. You've alerted these mole rats to your location. She hisses and turns towards you, furious. You have about 50 or so feet from these things, so it's good that you stopped with your truck. But I think that's your turn. So Little Red and Snipes. I'll defer to you two. Who goes first?
Snipes, go ahead. I need to think about this.
Okay, I guess. So what is the? Am I in range for my short weapon? Sorry, it's been like a month since I played this game.
Oh no, you're fine.
Okay.
You are 1 range away, so it's going to be 1 more difficult unless you move up.
I'll just take the difficulty. That's fine.
Yeah.
And just shoot.
Yep. Difficulty's 2. 0 successes, and it looks like a complication. Perhaps. Yeah. A 20 and an 18. You can reroll the complication with a luck point if you'd like to prevent this from going south. It's up to you.
Sure.
All right. Make a reroll for me, and I'll take the result of the first.
So I just reroll like a d20.
Yeah.
Just 1 dice. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like confused now because everything changed. So it's like, okay.
Oh yeah, you're fine.
It's new and it's different and it scares me.
Yeah. Just small guns, 1 dice.
It rerolls 4. Yeah. Yep. All right. Barely a near miss, but your gun didn't jam, which is notoriously the case. Pipe weapons in a pinch. Little Red. Let's see what you're capable of, kid.
Do I have weapons with me?
You don't.
Okay. I yell out, I don't have any weapons, but I can help you. John, you're up next, right?
Yep.
I point
John and Abby.
in a general direction, and I say, you can do it, at the mole rats. If you really believe, there's always an angel by your side. Can I that's my attempt at an assist.
Yeah. No. I mean, yeah. You know what, John? Let's see if the strong words of this little girl is gonna help you clobber these mole rats. Let's give it a go. All right. Abby, John. Between you two, who goes first?
I mean, if I think John should go because the encouraging words.
Yeah, John's not really that encouraged by them, but you know what? Might as well just do what he does best. Will he be able to make it close the distance?
The one Snipes shot is leading the charge over. You'll meet them halfway. If you're trying to just... you count 6 mole rats. You can charge up and make a swing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's just gonna run up and just... go for one.
Beautiful. Show me the money.
Thing I'm just gonna do... I don't need to do a targeted strike, I don't think. Unarmed. What?
Yo.
Oh,
Excuse me. Excuse me.
you got a plan for that? 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a luck point.
2 failures there, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a luck point because that's not right. That shouldn't be
Man.
happening.
That's okay. You still got 2 to rub together, right?
Are you kidding me?
Oh no!
Wait, I think it
Yes,
Got an
you did
assist, though.
assist.
What does the assist do? Yeah.
Oh,
it
no.
counts as adding 1. We essentially turned it into a group roll, so you can add your 1d20 to this.
roll it.
I
Alright,
don't
one more
see
time.
it.
Just gonna roll. Just gonna roll one of these. It's my target number is 5 plus 8, 13. I meet it. That's a success.
1 success
Oh
for
boy.
1 defense. Okay, you hit it, but there is a complication.
That's fine.
There is a complication. So I want to ask, how much damage are you dealing to this thing before we get to the complication?
I get to
Uh-oh.
do 4 dice of damage.
All right.
Do they? Ooh, they did fix it. Nice.
3 damage, 3 effects. Surely you've got enough to kill the first one that's leading the charge. Describe what you do.
Yeah. So as they're like charging forward, John kind of just like hops out, does a little jog up to the first one that got hit, and just uppercuts it and just crushes it and sends it flying.
Love it. Boom. Complication is you notice these mole rats are wearing a weird piece of machinery stuck, attached to their skulls, bolted in a sense. A small vial is pumping something in. You're going to take damage as a pulse of some sort. Oh! I was rolling 3 attack dice. This is energy damage. It would be like a taser. I don't know if you have resistance for that.
I do have 1 resistance.
All right, I'm going to roll a location. But, well, actually, no, with an explosion, I think it's just kind of everywhere. So if you have resistance in most places, it'll just count. But it's 5 points of damage in an effect. So 5 points of damage, you resist 1 of them, 1 or more. So you're looking at 4 points of damage as a sort of taser blast connects when you make a punch and you realize something is going off in their heads. There's like a sort of coil. And they look in pain, but also furious at you. Like they want to just rip you to shreds right now. Abby.
Pain train.
Pain train. Oh, pain train. Pain train? Pain train?
Yeah. Pain train.
Okay. Pain train? Okay.
Do we have momentum?
Do we have momentum? Well, I imagine we have momentum because you have a sprint to make in order to meet them.
Yeah.
So one way or another,
to,
yes.
because I would like to spend one to get myself an extra dice, if that's a thing I can do.
Action points. Yeah, yes, we have one. Yep. We have one action point, so you can't take another major action.
Okay.
But you can add. You can add to your attack with that.
Okay. Cool.
That
is it like Star Trek where I get an extra dice to my pool, so I'd roll 3, or no?
Yeah, you would roll 3.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
So here's the number of dice. 3. Hey! Cool. 2 successes?
What have you got? Yeah, 2 successes will hit.
Okay. And I'd also like to use, spend a luck point with Slayer to bump, up my, thing to crit.
Okay. So a critical, I think your damage dice being rolled is, we've added, from the pain train we've added, equal to your normal unarmed damage. Oh, so it's as if it's intact, and they're going to be knocked prone. I think your melee attack is 3. Mm-hmm. And then it becomes a critical, you said, from Slayer?
Yeah, when you inflict any damage with an unarmed or melee weapon, you may spend 1 luck point to immediately inflict a critical hit and therefore an injury on the location hit.
That is amazing. The injury is the right arm. You are 3 combat dice? Is that correct?
Yes. Yeah, but I only got 2 successes.
2 successes hit with the pain train.
Cool.
So knocked prone, right arm injury. I rolled 3 damage dice and I got only 1 damage.
No!
So 1 damage down, but you are here with your friend for better or worse. Let's hope these mole rats don't.
So basically, what I imagine now is the first rat exploded, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, first rat just popped down. Cool. Yep.
So like, when Abby sees her buddy getting hit with that explosion through the smoke, you just see, the baseball bat dragging along the ground, and it comes up with a whack as the mole rat that's coming in to pounce on John finds its right leg shattered when the pain train enters the station.
Oof. Delicious. And the crowd
gnarly.
goes wild.
Strike.
Dr. Hyde, you're starting to notice something troubling, a troubling picture. It's like you had been gone for a while, and this chess game you've been playing with James, he decided to move some pieces on the board here. He used your work to make an obstacle. At least that's what it seems. You see something, but you don't really know what it is. Not from here. So I want to ask, are you going to try to get closer to figure out what's going on with these mole rats?
That's the thing, is that he doesn't like being up close in the action. It's not where he wants to be.
Yeah.
Fuck. But
you want me to just drive past them, and so you can glance at them and see, and just pick up the one that exploded, on the way there.
Oh, it's just that fucking this has implications in the fight, and I need to know. All right, I'm gonna get closer. Shit. Oh, this is a bad idea.
I'm just like, why are you getting out of the truck? This is a bad idea.
Yeah, I know it's a bad idea. Just bear with me here.
Okay, then.
And I'm gonna get closer, and I'm gonna try and get a look at what the fuck is on their heads.
Okay. Move up. Take a look. What is this? It would probably be a science check of some sort.
Sounds good.
Case. Yeah, it's
no,
a
yeah.
piece of equipment.
If this is my work, this is something that I've been working on. This is definitely science, and I would argue that I should have a higher threshold for success because it's my work. I would ask for advantage, but this isn't D&D 5e.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Okay, it was difficulty 3, but this is your handiwork. Difficulty, let's say difficulty 1, but you're sticking your neck out. The complication range is higher.
I'll take it. What do you know about that? Let's
10,
go.
13. Woof! There is an antenna, and there is some sort of chemical being pumped, probably into their brains. You can tell by the pus and the inflammation that they probably don't survive this for too long. But they're being controlled in a way, like experiments with mice. You remember from back in your lab days, pre-war. But yeah, these are all different pieces that fit together in a very strange way. It's your handiwork, but he's the one who forced it all together. Like the idiot he is, James. Oh, James. If you want, you have just enough time to exposit any of this.
What I'm hearing is those things on their heads will kill them eventually.
Oh yeah, eventually.
Okay. We need to get in the car and just drive.
Hmm.
Can't hear you.
Yeah, you're muted, hon.
Said I never left the car, so great. Like, okay.
And I'm gonna turn to head back in the direction of the vehicle. Everybody get back in the car, we're leaving. Let's go.
Well, we're getting some good exercise out here. Cardio is important after you had a long nap.
Muscle atrophy and all that. Yeah, I guess
one round to get away.
I got a lot of muscle.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna punch forward and pick up everyone on the way, I guess, on my turn.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Piloting, or?
That would be great. The amount of people you can pick up is equal to the amount of successes that you can make on this check. Okay. So 1 is John, 2 is John and Abby, 3 is John, Abby, and Hyde. You get a complication.
Okay.
You get one of these mole rats on the truck as well.
Okay. Sorry, if I also
So
have John and
difficulty 3, I
Abby on
imagine.
it. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and spin a luck point to get a third dice. That I can get 3 of them, hopefully. It'll be nice to me. Yeah, it'll be super nice to me.
Ooh! Yeah.
Right.
3 good, no trouble. A pop, a pop, a pop.
Alright, everyone. Pitter patter. Go.
Let's get at her.
Just driving up. Swinging the
Let's go.
crane over to, like, keep the... I'm gonna tank Bud. Let's do this. Oh, that's my turn. Alright, Red. Go ahead.
No, is it my turn?
Yeah, as you're hopping in, I guess, do you have anything
Red
to say?
never
Are you gonna try to
left,
fight
like,
these
Red
mole
never
rats? Yeah, but any last thing to do as we're trying to speed away from these creatures, Little Red?
I mentioned, I remember hearing some of these things stampeding outside. I never really got a good look at them, but, I'm also going to spend a luck point to improve our odds of getting away. And that's 8
Okay.
out of 10.
Yep.
And I out loud mutter, I miss Wade.
The radio? The squirrely radio guy?
Yeah, it sounded like him. He was also allowed to leave, and he never came back. There's been others that have gone missing,
I
but
fucking hate this. I hate this so much. That's out loud. That's both in and out of character. Like,
The mole rats are just.
hate all of it. Fuck you, mole rat. Just like runs it over. Like,
Ugh.
that's pretty much my turn.
Can't tell if
Alright,
they're
well,
uglier
let's
on the
get to this
inside or
br-
the outside.
there is a lot of mystery to unfold here, gang. There's what?
Oh,
How many
nice.
of us? 5 meddling kids. There's 5 meddling kids and a dog. We got this. Okay? We're gonna
Okay.
go
Zoinks.
meddling James's bullshit.
Just like point,
I'm tired of
just
this
point
noise.
at the thing. Just point at what you need me to punch, cause like that's all I'm here
Oh.
for being pretty and punching the thing.
You're doing both incredibly well.
Ah, thank you. You're so
Well,
supportive.
Abby,
I
it's like
couldn't
they
ask
say.
for a better buddy.
I am.
It's like they say,
I am
Abby, do what you
top-tier
love and you'll never
friendship.
work a day in your life.
Oh gosh. But being the mayor is a 24/7 job, you know.
Right, and you slept through all of it.
I know. I'm so upset. I have been letting down my constituents. I gotta do extra smashing.
Let's go
I think you're
smash
doing all right,
James
Abby.
With our
Honestly.
fists.
Oh gosh. Oh, thank you. Coming from the toughest guy in town, that's very high praise.
Hmm. Yellow mist rolling in. Telltale sign of,
Disgusting.
yeah, minor radiation. You've been experiencing some rad storms lately. It's pretty standard.
I throw up.
Abby just like breathes it in. Ah!
What is
Yeah,
it?
good air.
gosh.
On a mat.
I feel sick.
Oh boy. Hey.
Yeah, that's the radiation for you, kid.
She like knocks on the like window and accidentally like cracks the glass.
No. Keep the radiation
baby.
out. Like-
The baby back here is having a bit of a tough time. Any of you guys got some of those pointy things that you put in ya to like not be cool like me?
Oh, iodine. John, did we bring iodine with us? Of course we brought iodine.
Radaway? I don't know if we got any Radax or Radaway. This stuff's pretty hard to buy.
Out of character,
Yeah.
I
Feels
had
like
no
one
idea
coming-
what this is called. Like, I know nothing about
R-
Fallout, so I don't-
Radax is a radiation preventative medicine, and Radaway is
yeah,
a
I figured
radiation
that.
curative
I was just
medicine.
calling iodine. Do we have any?
Basically, that's
I
what
don't-
Radax is.
So, if Red consents, Abby's going to put her on her shoulders, so that way she can get above the mist.
Sure. Well,
Soren.
this is better.
where like the air is like a bit, hopefully less radiated. You know, just hang on real tight, kiddo. This isn't my first baby ride I've given.
Thanks, Abby.
It's-
Tries to hold in another one. The last one as you pushed her up. Don't throw up on Abby.
It's okay,
Little Red, I
kid.
want to ask. What are you wearing? What kind of equipment do you have?
All I have is the vault suit underneath that large sweater, the Pip-Boy, and not much else aside from a few like ration standard, survivor equipment that James gave me, and a small locket. That's all. A few caps. Abby, from up here, it reminds me that Wade told me once that he likes to hide stuff near the bridge. Is that where we're going? I'm a little woozy.
Oh gosh. Hey, our baby friend says that there's that Wade used to like to hide things in the bridge. By it? Is that where we're going? Sorry, I talk louder than you do, so you focus
I'm just
on
following
not being
Hyde's
sick.
directions. Yeah.
It's not too far from the vault.
How do you know what direction?
Yeah, I don't recognize this area, but once I see it, it should be a bridge. I remember that. Right under it.
Hey Doc, do you know if there's a bridge coming up?
I think so. If I got his instructions correctly, there is in fact a bridge. So,
Yeah. Strangely enough, here's the thing. You know where all the vaults are. There aren't 50,000 vaults. This isn't like Red Rocket gas station. They're measured. There are a few scores of vaults. It's not like they're at every street corner, right? So the idea that there's a vault underneath this bridge doesn't make sense. You could find a map of where all the vaults are. Never heard of a vault anywhere near Lexington. Otherwise, I mean, it would have been mentioned. You guys have been here for a while. There's no vault. Any amount of reason will tell you Little Red's making it up or misinformed. If there's a vault underneath the bridge, it would be some sort of strange, twisted miracle. But you do see the bridge coming up now. You're actually veering off the road by Little Red's direction and by the signposts that lead you. Apparently it's a historical monument from long, long ago.
Over there. I recognize this area.
Oh, I'm gonna pull up next to the bridge.
Is it still super misty?
It is. It's quite foggy still, really. But one thing you do make out, there aren't trees here. And Dr. Hyde, James did mention this bridge at one point. He was talking about eventually going out to tour the Virginia wasteland. But strangely enough, you do see there's a walkway underneath this bridge. You're too far from any sort of road. The path is too narrow to take the car. It appears to be a walkway for maybe half a mile before you eventually reach the bridge. If you're trying to investigate the bridge, you'd have to do so on foot.
Hey there, kiddo. Is the air doing any better for you up there?
Yeah, thanks, Abby. Honestly, it really helped.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna keep you on my shoulders then, and I'm gonna do my best to give you a non-bumpy ride. I make no promises if things jump out to murder us.
Don't worry about it. I trust you.
Oh yeah, you gotta have faith and trust in your mayor. That's why I got elected.
Mayor? You're mayor?
Oh yeah, didn't you see the stash? The sash? It just says like mayor, like with an e at the end, and like, and it's written
Mayor.
like crudely. It's written crudely with like.
Oh yes.
You know, there's
yes,
like there's
of
a
course.
couple of caps, like there's a couple of caps at the top, like merit badges from a Boy Scout thing. Oh yeah.
Wow, on the shoulders of a mayor. What a day.
Oh yeah, you know, again, it's important for a mayor to have good, strong shoulders that carry the citizens to a brighter and better future, don't you know?
I always thought it was figurative,
Just a little.
but maybe you're got to something.
Oh, definitely.
All right, we're gonna have to hoof it the rest of the way.
Yeah.
That way. Should be. Abby, do you mind stopping by? I think it should be around here where Wade put that secret stash. I hope it's still there.
Okay. Do you know what was in that there stash? Like, if it's like gonna be a bunch of radiated spiders or something, like that's no good. But you know, if it's something useful like a rat pack for you, that'd probably be real great.
Well, James told me I'd be fine, but well, Wade told me that if I ever had to leave, that if I needed protection, then maybe I could get a little protection. I want to say it's probably a gun or I don't know, a book. I hope it's a book.
But again, babies shouldn't be holding guns. That's real bad.
James taught me how to take care of myself. It's fine. I'm pretty good. Although, if I remember correctly, the stash should be on the bridge. All the way up there.
Alright. Then it sounds like we got some walking to do. You ready, buddy? She looks at the Doc and John and Snipes. Everybody ready?
Sure, why not? Let's get after it.
What the heck? Let's do it.
Thanks, friends. You're all really nice. Can I use a luck point to have found some sort of marker or chalk or something somewhere along the way?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to
Yeah,
draw
what are you
something
trying to-
on
what are you trying
Abby's
to mark?
sash.
What are you drawing?
I want to draw on Abby's sash. I want to make it a secret. I'll be no, don't look.
I mean, you're drawing on my back there. Unfortunately, whatever they done did to me did not give me eyes back there, which is both a good and a bad thing. I would have to
Don't
buy a
worry
new
about
hat.
it. I'll make it nice and pretty. Trust me. You can ask Dr. Hyde. I was drawing before.
Okay. Well, again, this is an official governmental badge, so you know.
And it's prettier now.
What have you drawn?
She
I
would
finished the drawing.
Red.
Oh. I've drawn a monkey for each one of us, and a crudely drawn dog, and also a potato. It was just a circle, like a potato.
Aww.
Now don't look. So it should be that way.
Hmm. You hear a siren in the distance. Little Red, that means, you would know what that siren means. It means it's time to, hunker down. Usually when that happens, you have to close up, any window and take shelter for the night. It's just a little alarm buzzing way off in the distance. It's the life you know. It's probably somewhat comforting for you by now, hearing it. But you hear it's coming from your old,
We have to get down now. We have to hide. Hurry. We don't have any time.
Oh, yeah, let's get out of here then. I know we didn't find the thing you were looking for, but
It's okay. Thanks for
notice
trying.
Well, hang
As
on
you're
a
approaching-
second. What does...
A resplendent offering.
Yeah, you're closer to the you're closer to the bridge now, and you do see a little building underneath it. Strangely enough, off in the distance, yeah, there's a building. It looks like a vault underneath this bridge. Which wouldn't
There
make
it
sense. Why
is.
would you put
Yeah,
a
I
vault there?
told you.
But
That's it.
I don't know what to make of this. This shouldn't be here.
But it's right there. Look, I'll show you. And I try to jump off Abby's shoulders and I start rushing that way, carelessly.
ooh. You guys follow?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's probably for the best. Maybe. All right. So, okay. Any plans? Any strategies? Any approaches? Any conversations before you get there?
I'm just
Out of character,
looking.
you
Go
know,
ahead.
am I in danger leaving my truck to get to the vault from radiation? Is that...
No, it seems safe. I mean, yeah, there's nobody
Okay.
around. Yep.
Okay, cool.
But about a half a mile's walk. When you finally approach, Little Red, you've never been on this side of the door. You don't know how to get into the door from here. So as you arrive, you're kind of stuck. The thing would slide open. This great, secure, safe thing. This place feels like home to you. For context, for the rest of you, this is obviously not a vault. This is a gift shop to sell Vault Tech Vault membership. Little Red probably just doesn't know any better. This door, yeah, sure, it's probably made out of lead. It's not going to protect these people long term. But yeah, no, it's completely mocked up from the inside, what you can tell. Maybe Little Red has nothing to do with any vaults, because sure enough, there are windows peering out. Should this be a real vault, it would have absolutely not withstood the Great War. It must have been restored on the inside. This is, I mean, basically the M&M store in Times Square. This is not a vault, but it looks like it is where Little Red is from. What do you guys do?
James,
So Abby
we're here.
looks Abby looks at it and just kind of like tilts her head and then scratches her forehead and is like, so your vault is it's kind of funny looking, isn't it?
Did we come all
Yeah,
this way
but
just
it's-
to go look at a condo selling office?
It's yeah, just kind of funny looking.
Well, James has to be in there. James, Dr. Hyde is here. I brought
Well,
him.
James,
I'm looking for an entrance, like whatever
Yeah.
the way in happens to be.
Looking at the windows, 4 or 5 inches thick, solid glass. It's, I mean, secured Obviously, it didn't break when the bombs dropped, so I mean, it's durable. It's just not radioactive safe. But you see children on the inside. Well, they're children to you, teenagers. Little Red, these are your friends. Some of them poking out from hallways, looking around. They're dressed in vault tech clothes, but you can tell it's kind of just merchandise.
Can one of your little baby friends let us in?
Do I see Elizabeth?
Yeah, she just sort of walks up and puts her hand on the glass and looks at you in amazement that you're out on the other side.
I approach the glass and I bang on it. Liz, I'm here. What's going on?
She'll yell towards you, but you hear nothing. It's fully soundproofed.
Open up! Liz, open up! Trip, open up!
All right. Hi, Dr. Hyde. Hi, Snipes and Abby. You hear over a loudspeaker. It's James.
You got some splaining to do, mister.
Right. Allow me to sweeten the pot. Dr. Hyde, you're looking for me, yes?
Let us in, James.
I'm not in. I'll opt to protect these children. Thank you very much. If you'd like to speak with me, you find me on the bridge. If you'd like to get to these children for your nefarious purposes.
Nefarious?
You corrupt them.
Excuse me.
Are you
What's
fucking
going
kidding
on?
me?
You're getting a very firm wag of the finger, buddy.
All the secrets that you've kept from me, trying to have us killed? You're calling me nefarious.
Hmm.
I
Right.
trusted you.
You are the one who has been low on answers and high on shady. And you're the one now saying we're the bad guys. That's real rich. Another wag of the finger.
James,
I'd like
can
to
you
speak
hear
with
me?
you alone.
What-
Dr.
I'm
Hyde,
here. I
Little
did
Red,
it. What's going on?
you've been great. Hyde, return Little Red to me atop the bridge, will you? We'll speak about my plans. This is a
Not by
long work in
himself.
progress.
We're all
Don't
coming.
ruin it.
Yeah. Abby's going to say in a loud whisper to Hyde, but is obviously a whisper to Abby. He doesn't actually think that, we're gonna let you go alone, right? Like...
He doesn't get the luxury of privacy anymore.
Oh.
If he has something to say to me, he can say it to all of us.
That's the spirit,
Yeah.
buddy. And Abby would give him a pat on the back that probably makes him fall forward a step.
You know, James,
Oh.
I think I got a better offer. How about you come out here to us, and I promise Abby won't rip off your arms and beat you to death with them.
Oh.
And I probably won't do the same thing.
Yeah, we hiked all the way down here already. We have got enough cardio. You can come to us.
You'll know
Make
the
a roll
extent
for
of
this?
my sacrifices.
I don't give a
Oh,
shit
yeah.
about your sacrifices, bro. I don't give a shit about your
Climb
sacrifices.
down
I
the
honestly don't. Like,
cross
I'm just,
here, Jesus.
I'm just
We can use the
tired.
fucking lumber.
Like, I'm very exhausted. I left Canada. Okay, like we had socialized healthcare.
I mean, to be fair, there was no fucking
I'm just
healthcare.
annoyed. Like, I'm just really annoyed. And you know what I do?
Make that roll.
When I'm annoyed, I just like run over things with my truck and shoot them. So if you don't want me like any more annoyed, just get the fuck down here and talk to us. I don't give a shit about your sacrifices or your excuses or things like that. I just give a shit about the truth. So stop pulling us around. We don't deserve this. Okay, I'm rolling.
Yep.
Speech roll.
Yeah, you're like real bad at like, you know, you use a lot of words to say things, but you don't actually say anything at all. You know what I mean? Like there are a lot of things said, but nothing is actually answered, and you really need to cut that out if you actually expect anybody to like trust you or care about whether or not you have your arms attached to your buddy, don't you know?
2 successes and a complication. While he ponders what the mayor has said. Complication's gonna be hard here.
Can I add a dice for assisting? I have speech.
For a
Oh
group
yeah,
roll.
we're some good
Sure.
talkers here.
One.
I just there we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, mama, get it.
All right. Well, here's the complication then.
Mm-hmm.
Over the speaker, you hear a sigh. All right, I'm coming down. Dr. Hyde, level with me. This is my final plea. Do you go towards the speaker that's mounted on this wall of this Vault Tech gift shop on the side of this natural bridge, Dr. Hyde?
Yeah. Yeah, I do.
The radio, it dims, or the speaker. I don't want the children to see what happens next. You can take Little Red away. It's gonna be bad.
You can't hide the way the world works from them forever. You can't protect them forever. They'll figure it out eventually. The easy way or the hard way.
Yeah. Well, that's what I told my son, so. All right.
You
Well,
have
I'm
a
coming down.
spawn?
His name's probably also James Jr. Told you.
The alarm starts buzzing in the vault. The kids run to shut the blinds. They can't hear you, but now they can't see you. All right, you want James. James is coming down. And with a loud, sound. Almost, it sounds as if a boulder had fallen off of the bridge. Just a crack forming along. This bridge does span over a river that is long dried up. You're sort of walking along the path there, but you look, having jumped down the 200-foot tall natural rock formation, is what would appear to be an assaultron holding a baton-shaped cane of sorts. But James does continue on the speaker. I'm leaving.
Hey, Abby, do me a favor and
this
root
is-
that speaker out. I'm tired of hearing him.
No, I
Okay.
need to hear what he has to say.
Yeah, but he can
Do you
come
rip it
talk
out?
to us.
She starts and it's like,
Hyde puts a hand on your arm as you lift it.
It's gonna leave.
Please,
oh, okay.
I need to hear what he has to say.
Well, okay, there, buddy.
Say your piece, James.
I've survived this because I'm a coward. I've always been, and I don't really care what you think. You saw children. You saw they were happy. It's my pleasure to do it. Wade was happy for a time. Little Red, she's delightful. You jumped the gun, Dr. Hyde. I needed Lexington to prosper. I needed to start fresh. Give it 6, 7 months, we'd have a new... It doesn't matter, because the coward is leaving. Please don't...
I don't get it. You said you needed Lexington to prosper. It looks like it's doing fine to me.
Oh.
I don't get it. What do you want from me?
If you survive this, find my office. Maybe it'll make some more sense. If you have unfinished business, look for the little red car. I'm leaving.
No, James, no. No more finding your office. No more picking up your cryptic hints. Tell me. I need it from your own fucking mouth. What do you need from me? What more can I do? I'm
You see the
done
little red light
playing games.
dim out slowly. Lost connection. That fade on the light. The speaker
You know what?
is without static.
I changed my mind.
James.
Abby, you still don't get to rip off his arms and beat him to death with them. Because I'm about to do it to him.
Yeah, fuck. I'm gonna use some rude language here. Fuck this guy, cause, you know, he made my buddy cry. That is not okay.
Well,
Did you notice Saltron, bearing his resemblance, is striding over towards you all? I want to ask anything you guys want to do before speaking with this, I assume to be a friendly robot.
Leave.
Yep. John is just gonna hold out his hand to Snipes for the whiskey.
Uh-huh. I open it, take a swallow, hand it back to John. Hand it to John. Like,
Just a big pull of it.
You are a threat. A robotic version of James's voice, fully synthetic. As that red light focuses in on you, John, and then Snipes, and Abby.
Hyde takes his rifle, the laser rifle, and he shoves it into Little Red's hands. And then he gives her the 2 stim packs that he's carrying.
I look at you and start tearing up. You can tell I'm definitely feeling sick. I'm so scared.
I am too, kid. But somebody's got to catch him
I'm gonna
before he disappears.
I'm gonna
and
walk
there's no
up.
getting him.
Oh, I'd like to walk up to next to Hyde and Red, and be like, "Yeah, kid, this'll help with the scaredness." And I'm gonna hand her the bottle of whiskey. Take a big one.
Snipes!
Well then.
She's 15. We started drinking at like 12. It's
Underage.
fine. She's
even in
15.
Berta.
It's fine. It's
You
fine. Take a
shouldn't
swallow
give
before-
boys to babies. That's gonna mess up her brain, don't you know?
She's fine. You're fine. Take a swallow.
I suggest all of you run.
Okay.
Get as far
I'm
away
away
from
with
this
it.
place as you can.
But you're
I'm
coming
going
with
after
us, Doc.
James. I'm going
No,
after
not without the rest of us. You're not.
Abby. You have Lexington to look after. They need you.
Yeah. And you're a part of it. You're one of our constituents.
You have
Like,
15
we're not
seconds
gonna
before the
just-
Assaultron attacks.
Not anymore,
We're
I'm
not
not.
just.
So just
Go! Get out of here now! And Hyde takes off.
I'm already walking away. It's fine. I you know what? Snipes is done. Snipes is leaving. It's cool.
Are
Abby's
you
gonna stay.
walking?
Huh?
This
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Assaultron
flip
moves
off the
quite
automaton and
fast.
leave. Okay.
Mhm.
I'm
Abby's
just
gonna
moving
stay
out.
with
I'm
Hyde.
just moving to gun range. It's all I'm doing.
Hyde
Yeah,
keeps yelling
but-
at you to get out of here. And he keeps
Yeah.
running in a
John's
different direction.
John's trying to push Abby out of here too.
Oh no!
The Assaultron
I will definitely
doth
follow.
stride forward. Yeah.
Now for those of us who don't know Fallout lore and stuff, is for threat assessment, is the Assaultron like this is an insta kill situation, or like do we have a chance but it'll be tough?
It's military tech. It's like this large robot with a lot of weapons.
It's gonna be a lot.
not-
It's gonna be
Okay.
a lot.
Stealth technology,
It is-
giant eye lasers, and horrible things.
Yeah. Yeah.
You fight this thing, you lose
Uh,
somebody.
Okay.
100%.
Kind of what it seems like. Yeah, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with an attack on what this Assaultron amalgamation would consider the greatest threat right now, which would be John. The first threat. It is a complication, but it is also a success. What's your defense?
Not good. Not enough. Just one.
Okay, Dr. Hyde, you can spend a luck point right now to figure something out. There's a clue here related to things, because yes,
Right.
that is going to hit, and it is a lot of damage.
All right, yeah. Hit me. I'll take it.
5, 6, 7, 8.
That's a lot of damage.
It is 9.
lot of
So
damage,
roll
holy shit.
that one. 1,
Oh
2,
my
3,
God.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Jesus.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 points of damage to you.
Yeah, can I take a luck to reduce that?
I don't know if you can necessarily reduce it, but the luck point.
I can cause three of those dice to reroll, right?
Yeah. It's misfortune.
Ah, yes, misfortune.
So give me the
imagine-
three,
yeah.
the three doubles.
All
And
right,
reroll
reroll
those.
this one. A damage and an effect. No damage 2 damage. So we're looking at, we've reduced damage by, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and an effect. So you're only taking 6, but it is vicious.
Hyde hurls a rock at the thing's like face to sort of like
So
throw
6
off its game.
damage and vicious, which means it doesn't count for what's vicious effect do?
Vicious, back to you on that. I think vicious is persistent damage. You gotta scan the
Oh, it's
rulebook.
extra damage. I
I
believe it's in our wonderful
Yeah.
little cheat on our.
Oh, on the cheat sheet? Yeah, rule it as an extra damage, and then if not, I'll just update it. This thing is slow now that it's focused on its prey and killing, but we go back to initiative order. At the top is Hyde.
Yeah, you said I can spend a luck
Plus
to
1
figure something out about this situation.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's going to affect...
Oh, you're right. Okay. Okay, I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck. How do I figure out where it's coming from?
There's a radio tower nearby.
I'm going there as fast as I can.
Just down. As fast as you can. Okay.
Full sprint.
All
Full
right.
sprint.
Yep. Full sprint. Dr. Hyde takes off towards an old rundown building and a sort of crooked radio tower. Down, not the way you came, but further down this path, past the bridge, completely avoiding this Assaultron. Snipes and Little Red.
I'm gonna follow the dock. I was already starting
All right.
to walk away, and I see that the dock is taking off to something, and I'll be like, "All right, sounds like a good idea." And I'm gonna go that way too.
No dock left behind. All right.
Well, I
Right
figure
in
you're
tow.
going after James, and I'll murder James. That's fine. It's either that, or she's gonna leave and get out the fight because I'm not about this right now.
Yeah. Red.
Seeing Dr. Hyde and Snipes run in one direction, and now having some friends outside of the vault, but still caring for her friends, she's gonna rush on over, trying to catch up with Dr. Hyde. And as I'm running, I'm also going to shoot at the robot with the new gun that I got.
Fantastic.
I also call on to my parents for help, for guidance, and that's gonna be my luck point for Mysterious Stranger.
Your parents.
Yeah.
All right. Are you using the Mysterious Stranger right now?
It's
You do?
supposed to.
Ah.
I
Okay.
can use it now. It's up to you. Yeah.
You have to
Have to
Okay.
attack or get attacked, or it's up to you.
let me think on that. As you're running, what's going through your mind right now?
I'm thinking of what I just heard. What's going on? I feel a little betrayed as I'm hearing James be pretty much evil. Clearly a history here. I pray that my friends will be safe.
Firing along. Smack a piece of the armor off of the Assaultron as the Mysterious Stranger off in the distance. Could it be Wade? Could it be someone else? Could it be someone that escaped? Little Red, you don't know. You don't know a lot about this world, but you know maybe people are looking after you. Maybe it's one of your parents. Who knows? Nevertheless,
All right.
Damage is dealt. The Assaultron is irritated, which is probably bad ultimately. But you make way with Hyde, with Snipes, towards that radio tower. It was always out of your sight. You could never see it. It's really weird getting the perspective from outside the not-so-vault. John and Abby, whatever order you want, you're basically within melee of this Assaultron.
So my question is, because my thought would be if I can pain train it to knock it down, that would help us get some more distance, maybe? Question mark.
You can't pain train it because it's too close.
Okay.
You wouldn't be able to gain the speed there, but you could get a melee attack.
Okay.
Nonetheless.
Would I? Oh yeah. Okay. Then let me try to do a melee.
Okay.
Oh god. Okay. Why is that not rolling? Okay. Do we have any action points?
I don't think we've Nero.
Okay. All right.
I don't
A
believe we have a
success?
surplus. One
And
is. One's a success.
I would.
Yeah.
Okay. I would also like to do Slayer to upgrade it into a crit. And cause an
Okay.
injury
Nice.
if I can do that. So let me do that. And let's roll some of those beautiful dice.
1, 2, 3. Woo! 3 damage. 3 effects. What are the effects on? What's the weapon?
A bat.
Okay. I think the bat is vicious with the mod. All right, damage reduction has reduced it to an extent, but it has no chance of overcoming 6 points of damage in one round with a swing. You've messed this
And an
thing up.
injury.
The voice is starting to. Yes. Oh, and an injury. Let's.
Yeah, it gets an
Let's
injury
get a
to
random roll
whoever it hit. Yee.
All right. Torso.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Okay. Okay.
Can I knock it over?
Wounded. The injury for the torso will not knock it over. A crippled leg would be, would be the prone.
Okay.
Next time, if you aim, though, you should be able to cinch that
Okay.
one with some luck. John, what do you do?
All right, minor action to do aim, so I can re-roll if I miss, or re-roll a single d20, and I'm going to do a targeted attack because that guy, he kind of sucker punched me, and I'm real not happy about it.
Yeah. You mess him up, buddy.
I'm just gonna go for the
Yes.
torso because it seems like he's been hit there a lot so far.
Yeah.
And we don't have any action points yet.
We've not generated any. If anybody wants to rally, we possibly could start generating, but no, none.
I still have a luck point, or 2 luck points, I think.
Yep.
So I'm gonna spend a luck point for an extra dice. Three. That is.
You said you got
4.
4?
4 successes.
We've generated 3 action points. That is a hit. A hit of legend
Nice.
on this Assaultron. Do you need a hit location?
No, I targeted the
He
torso.
ain't-
Torso. Oof. Oof. That's 2 wounded. 2 wounded. stacked on?
So my effects are penetrating and stun.
Okay.
Or sorry, did you roll damage or did I roll? Yeah, I'm rolling damage.
It looks like it rolled damage for you. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage and an effect. So you're overcoming 1 point of damage reduction.
Yep. And also stunning.
And stunning. Got it. Excellent. Okay.
Punch him right in the robot equivalent of the solar plexus.
And he is the worst for it. He's starting to glitch out. He's no longer the snarky asshole that he was just seconds ago, even as Assaultron. That puts us at the top of initiative, though, I believe.
Yep.
With you on the bottom, we go back to the Assaultron. The head sort of cocks, glitching out. You get some of James's mannerisms. Looks at you. But then again, that laser charges up one final time.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I think I have action points that I will use to overcome the stun for an attack. Okay. Target number. I'll do the roll with you guys. How about that? Um, 11 meets the target number, which is 1 success, which is an attack. How much health do you have?
I've got 4 hit points left.
Oh no.
Oh, sorry, I was wrong. 3 hit points.
Oh no.
Shit, that's a lot of damage. Well,
You just hear a bang.
Oh my god.
Hyde, Red, Snipes, you know the sound of a body hitting the ground. You've heard it with raiders. And suddenly, as you're approaching the radio tower, it's quite clear what has just happened. The Assaultron stops. Just sort of stuttering. Hyde, it's your turn. You know you're on the other side of the door. Might be James. But that robot just caused a body to drop. What do you do?
There's nothing I can do but keep going forward. There's nothing I can do for him. There's nothing I can do for him. I gotta bust through the door and stop this thing so it doesn't kill Abby too.
Well, you bust it open, sure enough. James is there. In a sort of control room. You can hear the sound of his siren on the remote end. There's a version of it playing out by the vault and just sort of looks at you. Yep. This it for me. Huh.
You were my reason for living.
Yeah. Stand on a cane.
And now I have to fucking kill you.
You're special, Hyde. Good work. Take care of the kids. Notice he's not looking at you. He knows, you know this is it. He'll turn off a monitor because it shows kids that are sort of panicking. They're safe, but they look worried. But when he turns it off, he'll wipe some dust from it so he can see you from the reflection, the black mirror. He doesn't want to look you in the eye, but he wants to see you do it. What do you do?
1 second. Before Hyde gets there, kind of right behind him here in this conversation, knowing that a body dropped, I'm gonna walk next to Hyde and I'm gonna hand him the whiskey bottle. It sucks.
Let me die too. After I do it.
Explosion. Okay.
And I just take the bottle and I take a swig of it. And then I fucking clonk him over the head with it.
He crashes to a control module. Buttons, whirring, shattered bulbs. It's chaotic in here. Snipes, would you shut the door?
Yeah.
Little red's on the other side. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kind of clocking with the bottle. I'm gonna leave. However, the doc wants to handle everything with inside of there. I'm gonna let him do that, and I'm gonna kind of meet Red at the door and put my hand on her shoulder and be like, "You gotta go."
And as you walk away from the building, there's a gunshot. And then there's a second one.
Can I blow up the radio tower?
You probably could. To note, you do see Abby is up. John isn't. Abby had no issue
Abby, yeah,
obliterating
she's
this assault
probably
run. You can describe how you do it.
Yeah, so like the moment that like she sees John like take that shot, and you know, it's like that moment in movies where time stills, as like he falls and she watches like the light fade from his eyes. Hers just go pure red, and like she she just disregards her bat and starts like just getting on top of the robot and beating the shit out of it, like ripping its guts out, and like so there's just nothing left of it as she screams just like this feral primal scream of rage. And you know, so whenever Snipes comes, she's probably just still like trying to smash even like the smaller bits of robot into tinier pieces, but it's just like at this point, like most of, you know, like since her brain knows that there's nothing left to do, but like her body is still stuck in that like response of like something needs to be done because something awful has happened and she doesn't know how to reconcile that. So she's just sort of still like futilely beating this thing as, you know, John's just there, and you know, like tears are streaming down her face, and that's what she's focused on.
When I sort of come to the body and Abby just crying, Snipes will pull out one of John's smokes from his shirt, light it up, take a drag, put it in her brother's mouth.
Maybe we wanted last words. Little Red, you remember that from the comic books. They always get something sweet at the end, maybe something bitter. A fuck you to the thing that did him in. Maybe Abby heard something, but in all likelihood, it was lights out. It's hard to understand why James did what he did, but John didn't really suffer much here.
Abby is gonna like look up at Snipes, and again just like looks kind of like that, just, you know, that look of that child whose heart is just broken, and she's just like, I am so sorry. Maybe if I was a tougher guy.
He was the toughest, so don't worry about it. One hell of a run springer, I tell you what.
We're gonna build a statue when we get back. It's gonna be the best statue ever.
Yeah. You wanna help me put him on the truck? Oh,
yeah.
Hyde's gone. I think he wants to stay there with James.
Yeah.
It's just us.
Oh gosh. I hope he found his peace.
I don't want him to find peace. I want him to rot in hell.
I
Not
want
Hyde,
Hyde to
the other one. Yeah.
Yeah. Abby is going to very carefully and very gently pick up John, and then look back at Little Red. You coming with, kiddo?
Got a whole bunch of kids
Notice
to put on the bed.
Yeah, that vault door does open. Machinery. Maybe the pause, maybe Dr. Hyde let them all out, but kids are flocking out to observe the world that James robbed them of in order to protect them. Friends of Little Red, they'll move to hug her. Sort of the big sister of the vault.
I look at everyone and I smile, but having taken in this whole day, at this point still in shock, Little Red is gonna grab onto that same potato she tried biting into, which once tasted so poorly, now she could only look at sweetly. She smiles at
Don't
the
eat a
rest
raw
of her
potato, it's
friends.
poisonous.
It's more than that now.
just
Bro.
like
Again.
like really, please. It's like already like 3 people have died today. Please don't die from eating a raw potato. Like let's have Gwen deep fry that for you, okay?
Maybe someday
I'd like
she'll
that.
grow up to be big and green and strong, and then you can eat all the potatoes, buddy.
I hope so. I look over at John, what remains of him. I go up to him and I just give him a hug, silently. What happens now?
Well, we go home. And we drink a lot.
We honor our
and
fallen.
party. We bury some people, and then we get back to Chorin.
Lexington's a good place, kiddos.
I look at the rest of the kids and I reassure them, trust them, they're friends.
And with that, we head back to Lexington. What Dr. Hyde would learn in about 30 seconds would have saved everyone a lot of grief. Seek Ada was a misnomer. Little Red's friend escaped this place many years ago and sought to get revenge on James because James considered himself, from his insanity, the Cicada King. Lexington was empty because he saw best to protect the children that were born, even if it meant protecting them from their wasteland parents. When he stumbled upon what he could use as a vault, he decided to protect them, to raise them in a more pure world. The backlash from the parents of Lexington led to some violence. But in the violence those years ago, he learned that mole rats are pretty easy to control if you just knew how to shield yourself. He wasn't good at it, and he made mistakes. One such mistake was when John was attacked by a mole rat in his own home. Come to learn, Dr. Hyde is really good as a biochemist. He used his techniques to protect himself. He gave himself a security detail that were these mole rats. But it sounds like it wasn't enough because he pissed off the wrong people. Lexington is no longer going to be a place plagued by his existence every 17 years. Because he's dead. All we can do now is remember who we lost to protect the city. And, celebrate the kids that are here now. Abby, you're the mayor. There's almost 100 settlers here by now. I want to ask, on the day of the funeral, where we pay respects to Dr. Hyde and John, Snipes, are you there?
Yeah,
I believe many of the vault dwellers, I say, they're there. Thomas, Elizabeth, Julian, Little Red. They look up to Abby, the only leader they know other than James. Abby, what would you say?
Hang on. Sorry.
Abby's trophy wife.
Yes. So, basically, So first of all, she would have totally had a statue made of John to the best of her / the kids' abilities. So, you know, I imagine it's just sort of like one of those things where it's like all of the various bits and bobs cobbled together from around town, like like it's a bucket for a head with happy things drawn on, and that
We're
sort
in
of
the
thing.
Appalachians. There's limestone somewhere. Come on.
Yeah,
Like-
exactly. Like we're doing our best. It's okay. Yeah. So so she'd sort of, you know, again, she would be dressed in black because she heard once that's what you do. It is obviously something that she scavenged from some other body somewhere and is like, you know, 6 sizes too small, but it's formal-esque. And, you know, her mayor's sash is there with like what looks to be like a crudely done carnation, because, you know, flowers are also a thing that happen at funerals, someone said. And yeah, she would look out at the crowd and, you know, there's also a smaller statue to Hyde. But like, you know, Hyde, so it's like you have toughest guy and smartest guy as the statue notes.
I love it.
Blueberry Bobby's wearing a mourning veil over his eye camera.
She has one of the last PBRs in her hand, and it's just like, okay, so hey there, folks. Oh gosh, I haven't really done any of these before, mostly because, well, I haven't really had friends before, or at least anybody who really stood out like that. And John and they were real good guys. Gosh, John was just the toughest guy around, both in you know, in capability, and that means something coming from me, don't you know? But also, the toughest muscle he had was his art. He was definitely a guy who really went that extra mile for lifting your spirits when you were down below. He was a buddy that you could count on. And Hyde, yeah, she was a funny-looking little guy, but Hyde was real smart. He had that book learning that, you know, he really got us out of more than a few jams with that knowledge of his. Bit twitchy and tweaky, but that was a part of his charm. What we have here, these memorials, don't do justice to the fine men that we lost, but it is a legacy that will live on in all of us here. And this is something that, you know, our town can be proud of, because these are our first heroes. So honor them, revere them, and drink like all and drink so much that they can get wasted up in heaven, because maybe that buzz will reach them up there. Are we ready to pour one out for our friends?
Blueberry Bobby is modulating a uncontrollable sob that just renders him unable to, nothing. As we pay respects to our fallen John Alexander Macdonald IV and Dr. Hyde. Hello, Raiders. We've lost 2 in our party for this finale tonight. 2. They died, really saving their friends. Dr. Hyde saved children, and died of a broken heart. I will say that's an element. And, well, John saved his friends. now the rest of the settlers of Lexington, Virginia, they pay respects to the graves and the statues built in their honor.
And also, don't forget our sweet wasteland hot tub now. Because that's where the after
That we
party
do have.
is gonna happen.
That we do have. Man, we forget quickly in the wasteland. Because we were already just...
It's okay. It's on the
It's
Heading
how
straight
they
into
would want us to, they would want us
Yes.
to hot tub it off.
Oh, yeah. Abby just places
can I
some
do one
water
last-
as a super mutant, I'll tell you.
Yeah, Red's got
Yeah.
something.
Can I do one last thing?
Yeah.
Can I go? Is there like a sign on Lexington that says, here's Lexington or whatever, here's this settlement?
Yeah. Welcome to historic Lexington. It's on the other side of the bridge. Yeah.
Okay.
It's one of the first things you saw.
I want to go to it, and I want to draw that same set of monkeys with the dog and the crudely drawn potato, maybe a little bit better on it. And I'll whisper, home.
Amazing. With that, we pan slowly. Abby and Snipes, you have a city that is far more complicated than you expected, but it's growing. James, in a weird way, made it easy to defend. You've got vehicles. Now, Snipes, you're probably one of the most wealthy people in the settlement, just by virtue of the stuff that you have. Blueberry Bobby, he runs the cart, the stand, just inside of town, selling the fruit, the hybrids, everything he worked on with John. But that basement laboratory where Dr. Hyde works, it's empty, save that now and then Wayne comes down to look around. He'll write on one of those chalkboards. You were cool, Hyde. Fuck you, James. He'll erase it and rewrite it. Fuck you, Dad. And he'll catch a party with the rest of the Vault survivors out in town. Lexington grows every day. Rumor holds that raiders don't really come around anymore. They heard about mole rats. They heard about curses. They heard about an assaultron here or there, and all of a sudden this place isn't profitable. But once you've raided it and you've made your way in, it's actually it's quite a nice place. For now, you're really only just getting started. Give it about 100 years, and we'll get spicy. Oh, we got another raid. Raven, you coming in? Well, that's where we're gonna wrap tonight, guys. Oh my goodness! Welcome to the finale. Welcome to the 10-minute after party. We just finished Fallout 2D20. Wait. Get the game, because I'm not done playing this game ever.
Yeah, link
I don't know. I see one-shots happening. Truly,
Yeah.
truly, I see one-shots happening.
This
Major
is
shout
such
out
a
to the
fun
parties.
System.
Ugh. Yeah, just so fun. I mean, when you get to roll dice, like 15 at a time, that's the right system for you. Congrats on a great game. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so sorry for killing 50% of the party, by the way.
It's not fun when the damage is directed at you.
I mean, technically,
Yeah, that
like
was-
25% of the party committed suicide. So,
That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, we.
Good for the
Well,
RP.
you
not
got
most
one.
of the party, 20% of the party, because there's 5 of us now. I guess 6 if you count Bobby, who's gardening. But, like, so 1/6 of the party decided,
Oh,
you know,
man.
Yes.
That
Spooky
was
was
so
the way to go.
I'm really curious, Ian. Could we have like a post-credit scene where somebody finds an old hollow of Dr. Hyde's. You know the one I'm talking about.
Watch it in the hot tub.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
I post that.
Mhm.
The troubled relationship between Dr. Hyde and James. Well, season 2. I mean,
Yeah.
Lexington, 100 years later. Yeah. Well, the weird thing now that I'm going to mention it. Thanks for following Bad Medicine. Yeah, something that did happen last episode. We talked to what we didn't know was a synth. And effectively, inadvertently established a relationship with the railroad. It was a complicated from a high-profile and extremely difficult barter check. In order to sweeten the pot, they let this place be like a quote-unquote outpost for their organization, which the party didn't know was the railroad, basically in its infancy. So, yeah, I could see Lexington 100 years later. I could see some vertebrates coming in with some bones to pick. Maybe, you know, if there's interest, we'll do it. A one-shot. If you're looking to play, I mean, seriously, I'll put out a casting call. Just do it. Sorry, I'm rambling. Let's do some outros and thoughts, starting with this should be Jen. Jen.
Oh gosh. Yeah, hey there. I played Abby Abrams, our plucky super mutant waifu and mayor. I had such a blast. Oh my god, this is one of my favorite characters that I've made ever. And thank you all for indulging and rolling along with my ridiculousness. This was so much fun. Also, thank you, Ian, for rolling with the idea of having our Wasteland hot tub, because that was awesome. Holy crap, there were so many emotions and feelings. I don't know. I still have no words. Like, it was so good, and also so sad. And oh my god, Celeste, making me have emotions. Ugh. If you like me, you can see me tomorrow on the Penny for a Tale Pathfinder stream, which Ian also runs. On Monday, I will be playing Star Trek Adventures, which is another Modifius 2D20 system on the Rook and Rasp channel. Otherwise, SavageSparrow.com is my awesome website where you can buy nerdy apparel and accessories, and you can follow me as Savage Sparrow everywhere else. Yeah.
All right, Val.
Yo, I'm not muted. Good. That was a ride, literally.
Yeah, well.
Great job, everyone. Great job, Ian. Thank you, Ian, for running the game, of course, and inviting me on this channel. Yeah, it's. I will have to be honest. I don't think I'm gonna visit the system again. It definitely, as much as I enjoyed playing with everyone here, this system and my brain have a hard time functioning with each other. Maybe it's because I don't know anything about Fallout, but it was fun to role play with everyone here. But if you enjoy me, you can find me over at my channel at twitch.tv/Valdrianth, as well as Twitter on Valdrianth and TikTok, I think. I don't do TikTok very often, and I tried to do some stuff, but it didn't work out. I produce TTRPGs for me and my friends. On Wednesdays, I run an Animorphs game called Morphs in the Swamp, where I get to torture teenagers. On Thursday, we run another Forged in the Dark system that my friend Jamie runs called Nightmares on the Frontier. And on Saturday mornings, we have an all-fem Emberwind campaign called The Ghost of Axia. You can also find me tomorrow participating in my two favorite hobbies, torturing teenagers and dating monsters, as I play Monster Hearts over on Ava Saret's channel. It's a good time. I play a little Gorgon there who likes playing basketball. That's about it. That's me.
Celeste.
Hi, everybody.
Victim of torture.
Perpetrator of torture? Why not both? Hi, I'm Celeste Pleals with way too many underscores on Twitter. I'm Celeste Shepherd here on Twitch. I don't do a whole lot of streaming of my own, but I show up on other folks' channels every once in a while. This has been my run on this channel. I don't really have any other current plans to be on this channel, but I mean, casting calls go up all the time over on the Discord. So, you know, if you want to maybe be at a table with me, you should maybe join the Discord and keep an eye out for casting calls. I'll be definitely throwing my hat in the ring for one or two more coming up soon. We'll see how things shake out. But tomorrow night, you can catch me on twitch.tv/Matev7 for some Masks Sunset City, where we are facing down Grigory Rasputin, and it's going to be a bad time. But until then, I don't really have a whole lot of other things going on, but you should keep an eye on my Twitter, because there's definitely going to be some announcements happening very soon as to something else I'm going to be involved with that I can't really speak on at this time. But that's it for me. This has been a blast. I really didn't think that things were going to go the way that they did, but, you know, we play to find out.
We sure do. We sure do. Last but not least, our surprise guest carrying that crazy plot twist.
Oh yeah, it was definitely an experience. So hopefully it was a little bit entertaining. I jumped into an existing party, but you all had such great chemistry. Hopefully I brought in a little chemistry of my own. I currently don't have a platform to speak on. In fact, I do have a Twitter, but I'm not really active on it. Maybe someday. I'm into TTRPGs a lot. This is my first year finally finishing it. I'm running currently 4 games, 3 D&D, and one of them Cyberpunk Red. I want to run Fallout 2D20 soon as it comes out. That'd be fantastic. I love the Fallout setting. And who knows, maybe in the future you'll see more of me, depending. We will see. Only time will tell. But thank you all again. You all have been fantastic. Ian, thank you so much for letting me participate. Hopefully I didn't bog down your session too much. But I think this was fun. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it was great. All right, and I've been Ian. I'm on this channel. I'm also on Penny for a Tale. Just follow for more. We've got plenty of awesome stuff happening next season, and we also have the finale for Relics coming up next Friday. But yeah, just get in the loop with this channel. Stay tuned for more. Thank you so much for watching, and good night. Yeah.
Hey, Ian, did you give Nick an outro?
Nick. Oh crap! Crap! Wait! No, the buttons! Wait! The buttons!
Wait,
I know I killed you, but I didn't kill you! Oh no!
I was like, wow!
You're
Straight to the Shadow Realm.
I know, I counted 4. I
Delete
forgot
it.
I had a ghost. The Shadow
Delete
Realm.
it.
Here, we'll give you 2.
All
We'll
you.
give you 2.
All
There you
you.
go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyways, hi, I'm Slowpool. You can't find me anywhere on the internet right now other than on my Twitter, at the Slowpool, where I sometimes post food stuff because I'm super busy at work with that. Stay tuned because there's some cool stuff at my work happening. Other than that, keep an eye out with Val's channel because you can find me there. I will hopefully be running Season 2 of my Expanse game coming up probably after the summer's over when I have some more free time. Other than that, I had an absolute blast running this. Godspeed, John, you magnificent bastard. And you died doing what you loved best, punching things that you shouldn't have. Yeah, that's it.
Ugh. True memoriam. Yeah, in memoriam, ad victoriam. That's what I say. That's what we say when we, yeah. No, that's, whew. What a great show. Okay. All right, let me count all the heads. We are good. Yeah, stay tuned. There's probably more Fallout in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and good night.